Welcome to Friday's edition of Move Durham. Now this lunchtime I hope you are set for a flurry of activity because we're going to look back on Monday through to Thursday and all the movements that we got up to with the team. Our first port of call is with Liz over in Spennymoor.
The benefits, well, everything really. It's just, if you just sit in a chair, you deteriorate. You've got to get up and you've got to get out and you've got to do these things, because if you don't, you seize up.
Well, you have to do something. Get a video or just put the radio on and do a bit of dancing. People need to be active, otherwise you seize up and you become a shell.
Welcome, we're at Spennymoor Leisure Centre again today. Once again, taking our inspiration from the water. We're going to have a little bit of a core workout today. Again, core strength really important. We're strong at our middle. It's going to help posture and help with your everyday movements. So today we've got Laura and Alice. Laura's going to stand. Alice is showing you a seated version. Again, do what you want to, join in when you can, have a watch, try it in your own time. So we're starting with our Russian twist. So we take our arms out in front, cross our arms. We're going to just look over your shoulder one way and then look over the other. And we're trying to keep those hips nice and still, so we just get a little bit of a twist through that waist. And Alice is on the chair, so if you're on the chair, try and just sneak to the front third of the chair so you're not resting your back on it. But if you need to rest your back for that support, absolutely fine. So we can feel that through our middle. Can you feel that? Brilliant. Let's do one more each side. And then we're back into the centre. So the next exercise, we're going to lift the arms in the air. We're stood nice and tall. We're drawing one knee in. Are we ready for this? Little bit of balance again. And the other knee. So when we're doing this, we're pulling those tummy muscles in. Again, balance issues, take it onto the chair. And if you don't want to add your arms in, let's take those arms out. So we're pulling in with that tummy. So we should feel it again through the middle. Feeling in the right places. Let's just draw those arms in again, shall we? Ho ho! That's it. Let's make this the last one. Feet on the floor, nice and tall again. Then we're taking that reach to the side. So again, we're between those two panes of glass. You don't want your body to touch that glass. So you're keeping tall and you just got that reach. Working through these side muscles here. Still concentrating on our middle. Fingertips by your temples. Again, don't have to do this bit if you don't want. We're bringing opposite elbow across to opposite knee. So we need a little bit of balance for this as well. So you might just want to hold onto a wall. You okay?
Yeah.
Brill. See, I can't see whether you're joining in behind there or not. That's it. Few more of these. So again, we're twisting, so you're getting these muscles down the outside of your tummy. You all right sat down there? Cool. Last few. This is our last one. Amazing, well done.
Fantastic moves by Liz and her team there. Let's stay with Liz, but we're with a brand new team over in the pavilion in Peterlee.
Exercises make me feel very good, it makes me feel well, it keeps me going. I'm sure it's helping my body because it keeps my weight down as well. That's the main thing.
Biggest benefit I get from exercising is my breathing, my health. my welfare and my outlook on life.
Welcome. We're at Peterlee Pavilion today. We're going to start with some upper body movements today. So we're just going to begin by raising those arms up in front, drawing back and then taking them out to the side. And we're going to lift. So there's a bit of a mobilisation through that shoulder. You don't have to lift your arms as high as this if you don't want to. You can keep them a little bit lower. And I'm going to try and add a little march in. Ooh, let's see if we can do that as well. A little march. So again, if you're on the chair, you can just march your legs through, or you can just concentrate on these arms. Fantastic. Release that down. Nice and tall again. Taking those arms out in front, they're going to be shoulder height. We're just going to squeeze those shoulder blades together and then release. So this is just stretching across the front of the chest, working into those shoulders at the back. So it's as if you've got an elastic rope and you're pulling it, drawing those shoulder blades together. Excellent. Doing a good job. Brill. Let's try for 2 more of these. That's it, well done. Release those arms down, give them a little bit of a shake. Let's take those arms up towards the ceiling now. Again, you don't have to take your arms as high as this. We're going to pretend we're holding a bar and we're going to pull that down towards your chest and then pull back up. And again, pull down. So you've got that little bit of resistance here as well as you pull down and then take that back. That's looking good, well done. And again, just pull down and lift. All good stuff for working that upper body so that we can go about those activities that we do every day, like reaching in the cupboards, trying to get things off the floor, all strength for that upper body. Let's just do 1 more of these. Fantastic. Ease that down and ease the shoulders back and down again. Okay, so we're going to do what I call a dumb waiter next. For those that remember what they are. Elbows into the waist, shoulders back and down. You've got your elbows glued to your waist. You're going to keep them there and just take the hands out to the side and then draw back in. And if you can feel that just sort of through the fronts of the shoulder, into the arms. That's it. Great job. Brilliant. And we've got 1 more of these and release it down. Excellent. Again, just get back into that working position. This time we're going to zip up your coat. So arms are out in front. You're just going to take a little zip and zip it all the way up. And then you're going to push that zip back down. And again, we're going to lift that zip, pull back down. Couple more of these. Brilliant. It's just as if you're zipping your coat up. Fantastic, well done. Make that the last one. Brilliant, thank you.
Now we are going to head across to Wednesday's episode of Move Durham, which saw us catch up with Deborah and the over 50s football team for some great activity over at the Abbey Leisure Centre in Pitty.
Makes me feel good actually, believe it or not. I actually do more exercise now at 70-year-old than I did at 20.
Makes me feel very good. What I find is unusual because after the football, when you're coming out of here and you've got a bit of a sweat on and you go home, you have your shower, you sit down, you think, I've really enjoyed that. It's made me feel absolutely brilliant.
So we do football here at Abbey Leisure Centre. I'd love you to imagine that you were playing in goal today. Imagine that goal behind you, and we're going to do some stretching and reaching exercises which are going to help to improve our balance and our cardiovascular fitness. So first exercise, we're going to start with one hand just reaching out to the side and then the other side. So Dave's showing you a standing up example and Alex showing you how you can do the same exercises sitting down. If you're sitting in that chair, make sure you've got your feet flat on the floor, tucking the tummies in tight, sitting up nice and tall. Think about the balance if you're standing, and just make sure you've got something to hold on to if you need to. Okay, let's make this the last one. Now we're going to move on to the feet. We're just going to take a step to the side and feet back together. Place your weight down on that foot when you take a step out. Place the weight down and back. If you're on the chair, you're just tapping the toe to one side and the other. Excellent. One more. Now let's do the same with the feet, but we're going to add in the arms. So we're going to step and reach at the same time. So imagine that you've got that goal behind you. You're going to try and stop the ball. Take up as much space as you can. Really stretch out. Be careful with the knees. If you feel any pain, just don't make those moves as big, or just do the arms. Excellent. Let's do 2 more of those. There's 1 more. And 2. Bring the feet back in the centre, a little bit wider than hip distance apart. Now we're going to reach for the corners. So let's imagine the ball's going into that top corner of the goal, and we're going to reach up as high as we can just to try and stop it from going in. Excellent. 2 more. Now let's join in with the other hand. So we're going to reach with both hands, reach with both hands. Bend the knees slightly in the middle. So we're getting a really good stretch from one side and the other. Now if you're starting to find this is getting a little bit difficult, just bring that down to one hand or make those moves a little bit smaller. Let's do 2 more of those. And the next one, we're going to go straight up into the centre. So that ball's coming above our heads, reach up and down. Again, add a little bit of a bounce with the knees. Now we're just going to add a little bit of a swing with the arms before we reach up. There we go, swing and up. And if you want to, I'm just going to demonstrate a couple of these. We're just going to try and add a little bit of a bounce as though we're jumping for that ball. Okay. Well done guys, that's excellent. Let's try 1 more of those and hold it there. Now take the feet just a little bit further apart now, nice and soft on the knees. This time the ball's going down towards the floor. We're going to try and reach with our arms. So we're going to reach down, back to centre, down, and back to centre. So you'll be able to feel this one on the waist, toning up those muscles around our core. Right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to try and join all of those exercises together. Starting with that side step and reach. Ready? Off we go. We're going to do 4 of these. 3, 2. Now we're going to reach the corner, single hand, 4 of those. Reaching up. 1 more now, adding the other hand. Bend those knees in the centre, remember. 3, 2, and 1. Straight up. 4, 3, 2, and now reach it down. 4 of those. We're almost there. Last 2, and well done. Excellent.
Some great movements there. Thank you so much, Deborah and team. Now we're keeping with Deborah and we're popping across to Stanley. We're over at the venue with Deborah and her team for Thursday's activities.
Since I started doing exercise and what have you, I've come out of my shell. You know, I can mix in with other people now, which I couldn't do at one time.
Even if you just try and do a little bit yourself at home, that's a start. And making starts what makes it a bigger thing eventually.
Hello, we're at the venue in Stanley. And we've got George back with us again today. You might remember George from the Beamish episodes we did. And we've got Dulcie. We've got an aerobics routine for you to do today with some seated and standing options. So me and Dulcie are going to be doing the standing up versions. George is doing the seated versions. You choose what's going to be the most comfortable for you. Okay, let's go. So the first one we're going to do is just a step and a tap. It doesn't really matter which way you go, but we're just going to step to one side and bring those feet together. Step to the other side and bring the feet together. Step and tap, step and tap. There we go. Step and tap, step and tap. Let's go just a little bit faster. Okay, so when I count you in, we're going to do 2 steps traveling to one side and then 2 steps back. If you're on the chair, just keep like this, stepping side to side. So ready and 2 steps. 1, 2, and 1 and 2. How's that? Let's keep that going. 2, 1 and 2. So you can see George on the chair is just keeping those feet stepping side to side. 1, 2, and hold it here. Now we're just going to march on the spot. So just keeping the feet moving, getting the arms moving as well. Try and think about the elbows. So it's not just the hands up and down, the elbows are going backwards and forwards. Lifting those knees up off the floor. Well done. I'm going to count you in again. We're going to do 2 steps to the side and then 4 marches on the spot. Let's give that a go. Ready, and step, step, and march, 2, 3, 4. Step, step, and march, 2, 3, 4. And if you're on the chair, you just stepping side to side, and then that little march on the spot. Let's try that one more time. So we've got step, step, and march, 2, 3, 4. Step, step, and march, 2, 3, 4. Stay here. Now let's take the feet a little bit wider. This is a new move. We're going to rock side to side. So you want your feet flat on the floor. Just soften those knees a little bit. And we're just going to gently try and take that weight from one foot to the other. So you're standing on it, keeping the feet apart, tapping those toes down on the floor. Add some arms in. Now if you're on the chair, just moving that upper body side to side, keeping those feet flat on the floor, and all the time thinking about that balance, thinking about, you know, not overreaching too far, and just be careful, keep that move nice and steady. Okay, so we're going to do 4 side to sides, and then we'll make a big circle with the hands. So we've got 4, 3, 2, 1, and then a big circle that comes all the way over the top, and try that again the other way. So we've got 4, 3, 2, 1, and a nice big circle. Ready? Let's have a go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a nice big circle. And all we have to do to finish is we're going to join those together. 2 steps with a march in each end, a side to side, and a big circle. Okay? Ready? And step, step, and march. 1, 2, 3, 4. Step, step, and march. Get ready to rock side to side. So we're going 1, 2, 3, 4, and a big circle. And hold it there. Well done.
And that is it for Move Durham for this week. Well done if you've been following along with all of those activities there. Lots to get through. But of course, we will be back again on Monday, of course, with some fresh new activities to join in with. Have a great weekend and we'll see you then.